There was some question of adding Rhea Ripley into this match, but these three women spent the most time by far colliding with each other during the Royal Rumble match. And much like you've seen since the Royal Rumble, we have every intention of finishing the unfinished business within the ranks of the Royal Rumble. Or from the Royal Rumble, I should say. And part of that, is Shayna Baszler, Beth Phoenix, and Chyna colliding in a triple threat match. How will Rhea Ripley fit in? I don't know, but what I do know is Shayna, Chyna, and Beth all have hopes of making it to WrestleMania to challenge Natalya for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. And it seems like Beth Phoenix is enjoying Shayna Baszler getting her butt kicked by Chyna as Beth Phoenix just steps back. But now Chyna and Beth are going at it. Nice backbreaker. And she's inflicting more of the damage, stretching out the lower back of Chyna is Beth Phoenix. And now Beth and Shayna go at each other. With Chyna on the floor. Alley-oop by Beth Phoenix. Again, it is some form of a six-person match that will decide the challenger for Natalya at WrestleMania. Thus far, the match includes Peyton Royce and Asuka. After Peyton Royce defeated Asuka and Asuka defeated Raquel Gonzalez, it is unquestionable the winner of this match will be in that match. And then we would just have two others yet to be determined. I'm thinking more than likely somebody like Bayley and maybe Rhea Ripley. As now Shayna Baszler is letting loose on both Chyna and Beth Phoenix, sending Beth to the floor and keeping Chyna alone. But Shayna looked like she was ready for Chyna up until Chyna took control. Irish whip into the opposite corner. And Beth Phoenix cuts off Chyna as she enters the ring. The sooner I get past these matches to build up to WrestleMania, in the build up to WrestleMania, the sooner we will get to WrestleMania. And setting up the future outline in 2023, but also, as you guys saw earlier, whatever it was a few days ago, earlier today, or whatever it might be, there is some room in 2023 for the new faces to emerge as Juji Katami is locked on Shayna Baszler from Beth Phoenix. I think Beth needs to stick to her power and let the technical side shine through of Shayna Baszler, as Beth Phoenix has now mounted Chyna and laying down the punches. But with Mansoor against Retribution, I will always let the spear or single leg takedown end with Chyna taking a moment to posture. Shayna Baszler took advantage of it. But I will always look to the news videos for some organic matches to build out from, and that's what we got with match Retribution against Mansoor. And Shayna Baszler went for the first pinfall. I don't know why it took me that long to remember the word pinfall. It's almost like the word barricade. As a sit-down jawbreaker takes down Shayna Baszler. Spear! That was a big spear that connected. And down goes Chyna. I don't know what Shayna Baszler tried to there, but it was mistimed and miscommunicated. Spear! That one connected, and Shayna Baszler. No, Chyna got back in the ring just in time. What an elbow strike by Shayna Baszler, who's now burning through a hot streak. As Beth Phoenix takes this opportunity to posture to the crowd. Chyna looked like she was going after Shayna, but cuts herself off and goes after Beth. To whip Beth into the corner to meet Beth with Shayna. and then sends Beth into Chyna. And Beth rolls to the floor, leaving Beth and Chyna and Chyna alone in the ring. Chyna, handspring elbow, handspring back elbow by Chyna, and she's going for the cover. And a lateral press, getting a 1 count. Only the second lateral press of the matchup. These 3 women fit the category of the powerhouse, of somebody you would not want to piss off. And if Shayna Baszler can get the victory against Chyna and Beth Phoenix, that would be a big coup, not just for her career, but an opportunity to get her into the title picture for the very first time with me in charge. Chyna has her set up. We saw this before. I think she sees Chyna back up, and she doesn't want to risk it. As Chyna gets back in the ring, palm strikes by Shayna Baszler. Chyna is just rocking Chyna and sends Chyna right back to the floor. Palm strikes by Shayna on Beth Phoenix. Elbow strike. Back and forth, left and right. Torture rack, torture rack, torture rack. Chyna's got to get back in this ring and help stop the match from ending, as she was trying to break the back of Shayna Baszler with that one. You have to figure. Now Chyna sends Beth Phoenix into the corner. Props her up on the top rope. Beth Phoenix blocks whatever comes next. And spin out lariat from Chyna. Big elbow drop. And Shayna Baszler doesn't even let it get a count. Doesn't even let it get a count. Sends. No, wait, no, reversal. Jumping enziguri. And Beth gets taken down. Shayna Baszler. I don't know, I mean, we have not seen a finisher from either of these women, or any of these women, I should say. And it looked like Shayna Baszler was looking for some toys. Everybody knows, in a triple threat match, there is no holds barred. Grappling the back. And it looked like Shayna was going for an arm breaker. But whatever happened now, it is not to Shayna Baszler's best interest. Michinoku driver. Beth Phoenix and Chyna are now going at it on the floor. Fisherman Buster by Beth Phoenix on the floor on Chyna. Shayna is on the floor and she's got a kendo stick. If Shayna Baszler is lethal without a kendo stick, can you imagine how lethal she'll be with a kendo stick? To the back of Chyna with a kendo stick. Palm strikes catches Chyna off guard. And now she sends Chyna up the ramp. And Beth Phoenix blocks it. Beth Phoenix blocks the strike with a kendo stick from Shayna Baszler. Alabama Slammer from Beth Phoenix. I never realized how wide, how large the NXT rampway is. Chyna gets whacked with the step, and now she's getting double teamed by Chyna and Shayna Baszler. She's getting double teamed by Chyna and Shayna Baszler. Chyna whacks it and takes it and hits Shayna Baszler with the Singapore cane. Singapore cane off the skull, and that finally it breaks on the head of Beth Phoenix. Chyna takes it and whacks both Shayna and Beth. But Shayna and now the trifecta are on the rampway. Beth is getting up just as Shayna drops Chyna on the rampway. But the one thing you can't do in a triple threat match is you cannot win on the floor. So these women who are beating the holy hell out of each other in this one have to get back in the ring if they want to finish this match. And it looks like Shayna Baszler's match to lose as both Chyna and Beth Phoenix are now on the rampway. Both Chyna and Beth Phoenix gets thwacked with a chair on the outside as Chyna picks up Shayna and drops her on the floor. And now Shayna's getting back in the ring. Shayna is getting back in the ring. Kirifuda clutch. Kirifuda clutch. Kirifuda clutch. Kirifuda clutch. But the referee gets knocked. And Chyna gets knocked. Shayna Baszler loses the opportunity because Beth Phoenix breaks it up. I take that back. That wasn't the Kirifuda clutch. That was the Chyna clutch. I missed the opportunity to roll through. That seems to be Beth Phoenix's go-to move. This, my dears, Kirifuda clutch. Kirifuda clutch. Kirifuda clutch. But Chyna breaks it up just like Beth did. Shayna gets blocked. Shayna gets blocked. Chyna. Pedigree. Chyna's going to WrestleMania to fight. Chyna wins. She's not going to WrestleMania, but it's definitely going to play a part in her being a part of the six-woman match to crown the #1 contender to fight Natalya at WrestleMania. Either way, Chyna wins what I can consider a dream triple threat match between Beth Phoenix and Shayna Baszler. What a match this was. These women beat the holy hell out of each other just for an opportunity to be thought of as a top contender for Natalya's title at WrestleMania. That shows how important it is to be the featured match, or one of the featured matches, at the Showcase of the Immortals. Until next time, though, I will see you again soon.